And good afternoon. You are rolling with the doc. My name is Dr. Kimberly Barrington, and I am the CEO and founder of 100 Shades of Disabilities, where we improve the quality of life for persons with disabilities economically, legislatively, and through community partnership and education. I am so excited because today we are in Detroit.
That's
We in
right.
the D today. We in the D today. And I am so excited to have Mr. Dice Clark and Miss VerTongie Kendrick-Bailey. Mm, that name just has so much to it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. And today we are talking about community collaboration for persons with autism. We know VerTongie, she's been on the show before, so we welcome her back. And she has a son that has autism. We love him around here. He just won an award with the African American Leadership Institute this past June. Go, Mom. And
Yeah,
Mr. Dice Clark owns a game room. Like, who just thinks of that? I mean, I just know me. When I was growing up, the big thing was to play Pac-Man, Dig Dug, and well, okay, wait a minute. I need to go back a little bit further. I was back when they had Nintendo,
uh,
the little duck with the big, huge gun. Yeah. And Pac-Man, then Miss Pac-Man, and
yeah.
that was the big thing to do. But now they have all of these devices. I mean, I think my youngest is 27, and the games that I would buy for him, I mean, they were so advanced. I mean, people looked real. They talk to you. You can create an avatar that looks like you, and you can have an extra personality. But tell us a little bit about what we can see if we come to your game room.
Well, it's more of a modern arcade, I must say, but we don't try to label it as an arcade. You have the actual video game systems, the PS5s, PS4s, Xboxes, and all the games are downloaded in there, and you're able to play excuse me, almost anything you want to play on the systems. So it's a great place to be, and it's to bring families together, not just for the kids. And that's the thing about my game room. It's a family place.
So my question is, how do you navigate now that we're in a pandemic and people have to be socially distanced? And how are you cleaning the games? Do people bring their own games in? Are they just allowed to use your Wi-Fi? How does that work?
Well, all the above. We do sanitize after every event. Most people rent it out for private events, and once they leave, we sanitize everything down. Or you can bring in your own systems. You could come in and use our Wi-Fi. So whatever your choice is, whatever makes it comfortable, we are set up for you to wear. We also have masks, sanitize, the thermometer to check your temperature and everything. So whatever makes you comfortable, we try to make it as easy as possible for you, your friends, your family. Even when you come there with strangers, it's all sanitized. So, and most importantly, we pray every day over everything. So that's the main thing.
Well, we like prayer.
Yeah, indeed, indeed,
We like prayer.
for
We we
sure.
we appreciate prayer. So if I hear you correctly, this is kind of like a venue that people can rent out for private or public parties or events. But do you have regular hours where people can come by, anytime, just like a drop in?
Yes, ma'am. We are set up for our hours are normally 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. Uh, Monday through Saturday. And you are able to bring the kids, and you could drop them off if you like and pay by the hourly rate or however you like. It's your choice. So it's set up right now. Since the pandemic, you got the call and reserve for that day and time so we can have a staff member there, because right now we're not open on a daily basis because of that reason. We short handed on the staff. Of course, business slowed down because the pandemic, but we get a lot of rentals, private rentals. But if you in a position you want to bring the kids because you want to go to the mall, go do something else, or get a break, you're able to drop them off and pay about an hour for them.
Hmm. So I know that you did this, but how did you connect with VerTongie?
A mutual friend, which is my cousin, Elijah Sharper. I love the kids, no matter what,
Shout out to
everything
the
I do.
cousin.
Yeah, shout out to him for sure. He's good friends with VerTongie. They went to high school together, and he knew about her situation for a while. And I kept saying things like this to him, like I wanted to take the game room on another level and help all kinds of kids, kids with disabilities. And he introduced us together. And it was history. When at first she was kind of skeptical. I'm not gonna lie, she was skeptical at first because she was kind of prejudging. But we got together and turned out we gonna be the best partners ever. This was a great idea. I thank her for joining up with me, giving me the opportunity, and vice versa. So once she shared her story with me, I told her she couldn't go nowhere. That she had to partner up with me, and that we was gonna move forward with this because this is one of her dreams as well. So for us to come together like this, it was all in divine order. It was meant for this to happen.
Well, Ms. Bailey, is she stuck?
Now
You
she's
know,
there.
I met, I know Dice, I know Dice through a couple of friends of mine. So they were saying he was a really good guy. He loved the kids. He loves to do things for the kids. He loves to give back to the community. So I said, let me just go ahead and give him a shout out. And the collaboration is going to work just perfectly because it's bringing the disability community together along with the regular community. And it's bringing families back together to let them know that just because your child has a special needs, they can still do things that regular kids would normally do. So I love that idea that Mr. Dice had.
All right. We want to say hello to Tracy Walls, who's watching from Maryland. She says greetings from
Oh,
Maryland. We want to say shout out to Daryl Woods Sr., who is watching. Hey, Daryl, thank you so much for tuning in on today. Um, this question is for you, Dice.
okay.
Not many African American men would say, hey, I want to do this and especially do it with the disability community and have a love and an affinity. You and I have spoken on several occasions, and truly, I have appreciated the passion that you have, because one of the things that I find, number one, we don't have enough African American men or men of color, period, that are business owners who take the opportunity outside of sports
Right.
to say, hey, I want to connect. I mean, we know that anybody who plays basketball, football, baseball, soccer, they do those kind of things because it looks good. It builds them up. It's those feel good kind of moments. It helps them to get, these endorsements. But to take, with no disrespect, an average Joe who says, hey, I think that I want to partner with this lady that's got this son who has autism. And, autism, I think out of all of the neurological disabilities, it's probably the most difficult to understand because it falls on a spectrum, and they can go from being, non-communicative to almost being a savant. I mean, the
Hmm.
spectrum, most people, when you speak about autism, think of that child that is sitting in the middle of the floor screaming because they don't want anybody to talk to them. You can't
Right.
touch them. They're nonverbal, and, they're just sitting in a corner. We know that's not the case with your son, VerTongie, but usually you don't see a man gravitate towards that.
Yeah. Thank you. Well, with that being said, the reason why is because I don't look at them no different. Like I love kids, and to me they just kids. I'm learning a lot about the autism because I just found out my step grandson is autistic, and I didn't know it with being around him. So I have a god brother. His son, he just told me his son is, and been around this kid. I didn't know. So every day I'm learning something new, and being with VerTongie, we realize we want to take this to another level because that's something we want to offer as well, is to educate the community as well with this, because a lot of people don't know, and we need to let them know and let these kids come together and show you're not the only one like this. And to me, I don't look at them no different. They genuine, they genius to me, and like I think we the slow ones, honestly. Like something wrong with us. Like I'll be like, what's wrong with them? I don't see where there's something wrong with them, but I'm fascinated with it, and it was something I was able to do with what I already love, and that's being with kids, doing something new, doing something different, challenging myself. So that's why all of this collaborated together. So I just think this was going to be great, and I told VerTongie, we got to make this happen. And I don't know if you know, Dr. Kimberly, we have multiple locations, not just in Michigan. We are opening up. We have one in Arizona, Chicago. We just now left from Cincinnati, where we about to open up out in Cincinnati. So we trying to open this up all over the world so we can offer this not only in Michigan, because we know that there are kids all over with this disability. So we want to be able to present this everywhere there's a game room.
VerTongie, as a mother, how does this make you feel to know that someone in the community, especially an African American male, is taking the time to say, hey, I'm creating a space for your children?
You know, I love the idea because it's going to bring families together. It's going to also bring communities together. And it's also going to bring special needs kids together, because sometimes artistic kids, they have a hard time making friends. And sometimes parents have a hard time making friends with other parents. So I think this is going to be a great collaboration. It's going to give the parents a space for their children to play. It's going to be a safe haven for children with disabilities. So when they're in Dice's place, they don't want to have to worry about somebody bothering them. And then once they get comfortable, maybe the parents can be able to take them and they can mingle on other days where the other regular children are there. So I felt very good at Dice. He's very in tune with it. He stays on top of me. He's learning about it. We're doing the research together, because we have some other things we want to do for children with special needs, because sometimes they're not growing because they don't have those opportunities.
You know, one of the things that has happened during this pandemic is that our children, you know, the Black and brown, probably had it had it the most difficult, and you know, having to learn from at home, and especially if that child is a special needs child, they were not getting what it is that they needed. So have you had an opportunity, either one of you, to maybe connect with the schools to say, this is what we're doing, we can offer a safe place, maybe for parents during this school year who may not choose to send their children back to the classroom, you know, if that's a choice, or if they want to homeschool or do a hybrid system, can they come in there and maybe possibly use your internet? I know that has been, you know, a issue, is not having Wi-Fi, not being able to be connected. Would you consider opening up for that?
Yes, ma'am. That's one of the part of the goals, the long-term goals with this. We trying to start now, is to open our doors for any type of thing that our kids need, that our family need, for the internet, after school tutoring, teaching them how to code the games, create games, do their homework. So the space is really equipped for almost anything. So we want to reach out to all the schools, and everything. So me and VerTongie been doing a lot of research and reaching out to a lot of different companies to get the help, because as you know, it's been tight with everything. So doing everything on our own and on our own funds, it gets hard, but we try to make it happen, and we're not going to stop until we get it going, because I feel like once we take off, it's no looking back. And I think this can change a lot in our community, with all of this, because I don't want these kids to be separated. And how she worded it, where, and yesterday, your show, great show yesterday. I learned a lot watching your show yesterday, and shout out to the nurses. Prayers up to them. But how you label or word, people who has a disability. And I feel like kids are kids. They shouldn't be labeled as a kid with autism or a disability. They all kids. So I'm trying to learn, how can we not separate them, but I want them to all be together. I want to be a time where kids can come out and be kids again, no matter what issue they have.
We'll stop there and we'll take a break. Thank you so much for tuning in. You are watching Rolling on the Road with the Doc. My name is Dr. Kimberly Barrington, and I am the CEO and founder of 100 Shades of Disabilities. Thank you so much to the Deaf or Hard of Hearing, hey Beth, for rolling around here with us for the last 18 months. And I am so excited. We are in Detroit today. We are talking to Ms. VerTongie and to Mr. Dice, who are collaborating on this coming Saturday. As you can see, it is scrolling on the bottom. It's called Community Awareness Day, and it is Saturday, September 25th, 2021. It's from 12 noon to 5 p.m. at 29114 5 Mile Road in Livonia, Michigan. Number 3898. I'm sorry, I'm in the 616. And so you can call that number for more information. And if someone wanted to donate, to what you're doing, is there a way for them to be able to donate to this?
Yes, we have a My Game Room Cash App and Zelle set up, but right now that's all we have as of now, because this is something.
What's your Cash App? So that's the money sign.
Yep, My Game Room 2019.
2019.
Yep.
If you there we go. Let's see. We got some. Boom. There we go.
Yep.
Is that correct?
Yep.
Yes.
The dollar sign behind it, you could remove that one. That's behind the 9, because I don't want nobody to think that's on there.
There we go. We'll delete. There we go. We delete that. And you said there is no dollar sign behind it.
Behind the 9, yes, correct.
You got to learn these things, Ms. VerTongie, is there anything that you would like to add?
After our community day, we plan on doing some camps for the children and educating the parents next summer, putting together some camps so that we can give the kids a space and teach them what they need to do. Like my son, he's writing books, so I want them to teach them coding, gaming, life skills, and to educate the parents if they want to be educated on what the kid can do and cannot do.
There we go. Stephanie Hines says, greetings from Indianapolis.
Oh, wow. Hey.
So we want to say thank you so much, Steph Hines, for tuning in from Indianapolis. And as you can see there at the bottom of your screen, that is the Cash App if you would like to donate. And what will their donations help you to do?
Actually help us fund a lot of this stuff. Like for this event alone, like we have bounce houses, train for the kids, Italian ice cream truck, and a lot of books we had to get done up from VerTongie, got the coloring books, and a few other things that she have, and then just paying the staff to help us out with the helping hand. We have quite a few volunteers as well, and thank you and shout out to them. And that's it pretty much. And for the future, just being able to help us pay for a lot of things that we use for the kids to be able to have when they are there. And some of the teachers that we're going to get, hopefully we can get some volunteers or some interns to teach some of these things.
We want to say good afternoon to Terry Host, who has joined us. Good afternoon, Terry Host. Not sure where Terry is from, but we say greetings to you.
How you doing, Terry?
So they can call that number, which is, we're gonna, as it scrolls across again, it is 313. You gonna help me out?
Yes, 728-3898. And that's a 24-hour phone.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you are in the Detroit, Livonia area and you are a teacher or a teacher's aide, and maybe you want to come in and volunteer, please call 313-728-3898 to volunteer.
Yes,
and
please.
That would be awesome. Now, what if people want to make donations, towards that day? Maybe they want to donate t-shirts, or maybe they want to, bring popcorn by, or make some cookies. We all like cookies.
Yeah, definitely. I do. If you
Or
know
maybe,
me, then
you know what? I have it, or I like Voss water. So maybe they might donate some water.
yeah. Well, if they want to, we are going to be at the location in Livonia Saturday, 9 a.m. Until the event starts. But if you want to drop off anything before then, you could come to our Detroit location, which is located at 14661 Greenfield Road. That's in Detroit, Michigan. And you can call that number again, 313-728-3898, and we can set something up for the delivery if you want to just drop it off before the event.
And I have it on good authority that Mr. Dice Clark likes.
Everybody know about the cereal.
Yeah, everybody. Yeah, I love cereal. I could eat it all day.
I see.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for her to come back on.
I'm back.
Yeah.
I mean, I just heard, from good authority that if I want to donate some cereal,
Hey.
some box cereal too.
Yes, ma'am. I'll take it. Like boxes of them, please. I can eat it breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Yeah.
So that's the other thing. What type of community service have you done? Have you provided maybe some food for the community?
Yes, ma'am. We have done fundraisers to give to the community, food, clothing. We also even did free gaming day up at the game room. And shout out to all the people who donated where they sponsor a kid. You able to pay for a child or two, as many as you would like. We done that. We also collaborated with a business next door to us in our Detroit location called Golden Wings, who help us feed the community. Father's Day, we give back steak dinners for the fathers. Bring out the kids. Yeah, you come get it too. You're more than welcome. But we do a lot for the community. We give back. We have all type of events where they can bring out the kids. We set up the bounce houses and everything, cotton candy machine, snow cone to give back to the community to show that we love and we care. And for those, and right now, for you to say that, it's crazy. I had a young lady reach out to me today. I don't want to share her name, but she lost her sister 2 weeks ago, and she asked me, could I help get donations for clothing because the sister left back 5 kids, and they from the ages of 14 to 18, and they help. The funeral of that is taken care of. I told her I would do that. So we do things like that, and people know that we just have people drop in the same room. We just post for people to get people donated.
And I think he's frozen.
Yes, but Dice does a lot of things in the community for people, the children, the youth, the elderly. So he's out and about doing things.
Now, this is just one of my observations is that when you have a person who's in the family that has a disability, there is so much chatter that is around that particular person, whether it's everybody has to pitch in to help or we have to change our scheduling. I mean, a whole family, and I don't like to use the word disrupted, but at times, based on the disability, it can cause a lot of disruption in the family. And so I like to look at things holistically. Have you, between the two of you, made a decision to say, you know, maybe we need to have a day for the siblings of someone who has a disability or those who are caring for someone? Even if you're an adult, I'm telling you, me personally, I like to play puzzles. I like puzzles. And
Okay.
That's something we're giving the kids and the parents on Saturday, puzzles.
I like puzzles. So, you know, if y'all want to just
Well, we
drop
have plenty Saturday.
drop it off in the mail, or I'll pick it up on my way. You know, back. I'll be flying out tomorrow. We're going to Atlanta. So, yeah. But, have you thought about that? I know, VerTongie, you have another son.
Yes.
Yeah. Is there thoughts around maybe there should a day where it's just about him?
You know, with both of my boys, I give them equal opportunities. I have them, we do things together, and then I have a date with Zechariah, and then I had to have a date with Hezekiah. But all of Zechariah's activities, I take Hezekiah to. Hezekiah's activities, I tell Zach to support him in. So I keep my boys bounded and grounded, and they're coming out with the book where Hezekiah says, if Zach can do it, I can do it too. So I make my children to know that there's no difference in either one of them. They're the same to me. They're the same to me.
Okay. But we want to say hello to Christine Spicer, who is watching. Hey, Christine. Thank you so much for tuning in. I think this piggybacks on yesterday's show, about languaging. So it's not only in languaging, we want inclusion, but we definitely need to say there is a difference. If you and I are in the room together, we're not alike. There's a definite difference. My modality is a wheelchair and yours are your feet. So to say that there is no difference, there is a difference. And I think that needs to be respected, that maybe I don't learn the way that you do. If I have dyslexia, I don't want someone to say that, yep, you're just like everybody else. You learn like everybody else, because I do not. There can be a distinction without it being disrespectful, and not being inclusive. But there is definitely a difference. And if I need more time to get something done, I should be able to have that, and I'm not saying myself personally, but others, that if I do have a disability, it doesn't take anything away from me as a person. As long as you're putting me, the person, first, I definitely don't want to just be lumped in, because I need extra time. If you say, oh, we're going to have a contest at the game room, we're going to see who's going to complete the puzzle first. Well, maybe I can't see all the colors and all the pieces because of my disability. I don't want 15 minutes. How about we going to do this in 20?
All right.
Or we'll say, we'll give you a little extra time, or we'll figure out, hey, I could get a prize too. But I don't want us to, I want you guys to be sensitive, as you move forward and you're doing things, not to, we all, they just the same. No. We don't want to be separated out, but there is a definite difference.
There's a difference. There's a difference, Dr. Barrington, but I have taught people how to treat my kids, because initially people would treat my kids different. They would gravitate to Zechariah more than Hezekiah, because Hezekiah did have a disability and he would have outbursts. But as time went on, I learned how to navigate through that. And Hezekiah learned, well, Mama, I can learn to be quiet. I can learn to do this. But you teach people how to treat you when you have a disability.
Oh,
and
absolutely.
People used to make a difference between my boys, but to me, both of my boys are special. So in saying that, I don't look over one as the other. So I would tell my people, my children are the same. They're from me. But I respect that Hezekiah, he has his disability, and we work with him and we work around that as a family. Like Zachariah may have a game, and I may have to stay in the car a little bit longer to get Hezekiah together to go into the game. But Zachariah knows I'm there supporting him. But I'm getting his brother together so that he can come in and be peaceful.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Dice?
Well, yeah, no, you broke it down for me. I'm glad you did, because yes, at first, as I would look at it, I was like, it's no difference. That to me, treat them the same, but it's all about the respect and how you label them. So yeah, I understand what you're saying, and that makes sense. So
You know,
I'm gonna learn to do that and and go that route a little bit better. And
the other thing, as a mother, we want.
understand it.
Mm-hmm. As a mother, we want if we have 10 kids, we want everybody to love all 10 of our kids. But but we all know
That ain't gonna happen.
that's not gonna happen.
Right.
So
Some stand out more.
just because of their personality. And maybe, I like kids that sit in the floor and scream and holler. Girl, I could scream and holler too. Come on.
Yeah, right.
Come on, Hezekiah, let's scream together.
Yeah.
So but that's a maturity. I mean, and then people just naturally gravitate toward girl babies more so than they do boy babies.
That's me.
There's always going to be a difference made. And it doesn't necessarily have anything to do with your disability or ability, because people have preferences. I mean, that's just how we are. Some people prefer vanilla ice cream over chocolate. Some people want caramel on it, and some people just want nuts. So people do have preferences. And, one of the things that I want you, especially Dice, to always just be considerate of the fact that treat them as a human being first, not, as a person with a disability, but that they're all human and they have personalities. Because I'm telling you, there are people who are able-bodied that I don't like. And there are people that have disabilities I don't like. And it don't have nothing to do with their ability or disability. It's because they just, I don't like them. Because I don't like them.
Right.
Because it's just something about their personality. Maybe we just,
don't clash.
Man.
And if we clash, I can guarantee 99.999% of it has nothing to do with your ability or disability. It's just something that you do that's probably irritating me, but I probably need to look at myself and say, okay, what's going on inside of Kim that she can't get along with this person? I'm just saying. But I think that when you are involved in a particular community, we have a comment. It is from Steph Hine. She says, thanks. Labeling children is not good for their self-esteem. I believe autistic special needs students are extraordinary. They are sweet, kind, and yes, keep you updated. Love the show. And let's see what else she just said. She says, God bless all the guests.
Tell her thank you. We need it. Appreciate it.
But I think that's community. We have a comment. It's from Steph High. She says, thanks. Somebody's got their phone open. Okay. Well, but as I was saying, is that we don't want to create another environment with your game room where there is the separation, or, oh yeah, I just like y'all, we all the same, and someone saying, I'm different.
Right.
If maybe you might want to be a goth. I like the dark lipstick for myself personally because it makes your teeth look real white.
Okay.
And maybe they got a ring in their nose, and they're gonna say to you, I'm not like everybody else. That's the whole purpose of wearing black lipstick, black fingernail polish, and a ring in my nose. So I can be different.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
That's understandable. That's well taken. I appreciate that.
We all have something that we consider to be a signature about
All
ourselves. You know, we know about you and your little cereal thing. I'm just saying.
right.
And Miss
I eat
Vertage,
them all too, for you to know.
you know, Miss Vertage, I love the Lord. Hmm. She gonna pray for you.
Amen.
She gonna she gonna slip your little scripture. She gonna slip your little
Yeah,
word.
all the time.
She gonna put in a little biblical principles. You know, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I mean, we all have something about us that makes us stand out, and we don't necessarily want to be grouped. So that's just being sensitive in that area. And you know what? Everybody's not gonna like you, whether you have an ability or a disability. But
Okay, makes sense.
I definitely understand your point. You know, Taji, about when people choose to gravitate towards one or the other based on something that's different. But we're people, we're human, and we do definitely have our preferences.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. You drink Coke or you drink Pepsi?
Right.
What you drink?
Right.
Or you
I
don't
drink
drink
water.
Pop It Up? What you drink?
I drink water and milk.
Because you put that on some cereal.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah.
What you drink for Taji?
Water, lemonade.
Mm-hmm. Got a particular brand that you like?
Whichever's on sale at Myers.
Yeah.
You know, Dr. Kimberly, on a side note, I'm noticing that my son, as he gets older, he doesn't like to be labeled as artistic. He wants to be labeled as just Hezekiah.
And that's it. He wants to be recognized as a person first.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Well, we are now at 37 minutes after the hour. We want to say thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Dr. Kimberly Barrington, and you are rolling on the road with the doc. We want to say thank you to the deaf or hard of hearing for rolling with us for the last 18 months. Can you guys believe it that we have been out here this long? Wow. 3 days a week, 4 p.m. Eastern
Yeah.
Standard Time. Yep, and enjoying ourselves. I want to say thank you to 100 Shades of Disability, who sponsors me to do what it is that I do, which is bring you the latest, the greatest of what is happening in your community and abroad. We want to say thank you so much to all of our guests who have tuned in from the East Coast to the West Coast to down south and up here in Michigan. We will be traveling on tomorrow. How exciting! So I think I'll probably be on the plane, if I'm not mistaken. I think I will be on the plane when the show hits. So I will do my very best to be in here. If not, tomorrow's show, Dave, we will have the employment agency who will give us all the latest and greatest on what is happening. If you are employed, want to be employed, what are the rules with masking, being vaccinated, and how that will affect you being employed moving forward. And so while we have you here, and not that you have to tell your personal business, but do you have a policy um, with your game rooms as it relates to being vaccinated, wearing masks, and how are you going to keep everybody safe?
Yes, right now we just have a sign up stating that to have on the mask when you enter. And again, we have sanitizer available, visible, right in front of everybody, temperature gauge, but we don't force nobody to do anything they don't want to do. Whatever makes you comfortable, that's all we ask. We want you to be comfortable and come on in and do what's best for you.
Ms. Vertagi, your thoughts about that?
I work with children every day, so I just require that everyone, whether you're vaccinated or not, still can continue to wear your mask.
Yeah.
Just to be safe.
Absolutely. Our children are being greatly affected, by this, especially by the Delta
Yeah.
variant. And
Mhm.
I would have to say that being in leadership, both of you, you have the ear of the people. You have the ear of the people, and we need to keep each other safe. And we know
Mhm.
that Wayne County um, was hit pretty badly.
Right.
Yes.
Was hit pretty badly, and I don't know. It just makes me sad. I was watching a young Hispanic man on the news today. They just interviewed him last Saturday, and he was hospitalized due to COVID. And he said, I wish I would have gotten vaccinated because it wouldn't, be as bad getting it. And he said the reason why that he didn't is that he was like everybody else, didn't believe the hype and thought it was too politicized. And the day after the interview, he was put on a ventilator and he died this past Saturday. So he didn't even last a week after the interview.
Wow.
And so he left behind a son.
And prayers up to his family.
Sending prayers to his family.
Yeah. But I want to say thank you so much for coming on the show. It has been a pleasure. I'm excited. Again, if you would like to donate, let's see, I think we have it here.
Yep.
Boom, 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 boom. Yeah. If you
Yep.
would like to donate, there you go. You can Cash App, and they would love to have your donations, whether it is, face masks, hand sanitizers, just to make sure that everybody stays safe, some prepackaged snacks. That would be wonderful.
Indeed.
Thank
Some
you.
prepackaged snacks would be an awesome idea if you would like to donate. And you can call Mr. Dice at 313-728-3898 and get in contact with him if you would like to come be a volunteer for the game day, or even volunteer at the game room during the week. And the hours again are, sir?
11 a.m. to 9 p.m. Uh, Tuesday through Saturday. Until we get more help, we can open up 7 days of the week.
And so the event, Autism Community Awareness Day, is Saturday, September 25th, 2021, 12 p.m. to 5 p.m. Address 29114 5 Mile Road in Livonia, Michigan. Yes. And if you could tell us before we sign off, where are your other game rooms located?
We have one right now in Detroit at 14661 Greenfield Road, and that's Detroit, Michigan. We have one in Chicago, Illinois, um, Mesa, Arizona, and soon Cincinnati, Ohio. And after that, every state in the world. So that's what we moving towards. Yeah.
Yay.
Yeah. And just so you know, Dr. Kimberly, we starting this event now. This is just the beginning of something we trying to continue to do. If it's once a month, once a week, we just trying to have this for the parents and the kids with autism or disability period to be able to come somewhere on a weekly basis, up to even a daily basis once we get enough staff. But me and
Right.
VerTongie is putting things together right now to just have this an ongoing thing. We don't want this to be no one
Oh, wow.
time or no annually thing. We want this to be for them to come out and be as regular as possible, as much as possible.
Safe haven.
That's good. So, if you are looking for something to do this weekend with your family, please attend the Community Collaboration for Autism. And the event is this coming Saturday, September 25th, 12 noon to 5 p.m. How exciting. And the address is 29114 5 Mile. Is that road?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes.
Yep. 29114 5 Mile Road in Livonia, Michigan. Number 313 728 3898. Yes. So, and if you would like to donate, $ My Game Room 2019. If you can't attend and you can't drop off some snacks, please, every dollar helps. And it is absolutely an awesome idea to have a safe haven where families can come together, especially those who have children with disabilities, to come enjoy themselves, play the video games. And are they able to bring in their own gaming systems in as well?
Yes, ma'am, they are.
Okay. All righty. And we'll have plenty of, did I hear about a bouncy house?
Yes, we're gonna have 2
Yes.
bounce
Yes.
houses. The train, we actually pay for an hour for that for the kids if they want to ride the train. We got the popcorn machine, the Italian ice cream truck coming. Yeah, we just trying to just have it a fun event, and then we're gonna have a lot of vendors with information for parents who might not know about certain things with kids with autism, and they might have a child. So we got a lot of people who's supposed to come out to pass along this information.
So
And
we are,
each child will receive a gift bag.
Yep.
yes. Yes. So again, this is Dice Clark and VerTongie Kendrick-Bailey, and the event is an Autism Community Awareness Day, and it is this coming Saturday, September 24th, 2021, 12 p.m. to 5 p.m., and it's located 29114 5 Mile Road in Livonia, Michigan. Phone number 313-728-3898. So, what do they say? Be there or be square?
Right.
Yes. So we want to say thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for rolling with the doc today. On tomorrow, our guest will be the employment agency, where we'll talk about what are the new rules now that the Delta variant is out, what that looks like for employment, about being vaccinated, to be able to work, mask, no mask, and what are the new labor laws centered around that. So we want to say thank you to everyone who tuned in today, who tuned in yesterday. That was exciting. We learned a lot about some of the nurses who are on the front line, and we talked about languaging. So if you didn't see the show, please watch the replay. You can see it on Twitch. You can see it on YouTube. You can watch it here on Facebook at 100 Shades of Disability, Rolling on the Road, and or on my personal page. We want to say thank you again to VerTongie and to Dice. Oh, before we forget, we want everybody to know that Hezekiah is an author and he does have some books out. So please go. I'm going to put it up here real quick. This is her page. VerTongie.
And while you're doing that, Miss Dr. Kimberly, I just want to say thank you for the invitation and thank you for what you're doing. This is a wonderful show. And I appreciate everything about you, and hopefully we can do business for the future because we want to collaborate with you. We have a lot of plans for this.
Oh, absolutely. You definitely will collaborate with 100 Shades of Disability. And so please go to Miss VerTongie Kendrick-Bailey's page and you will see there's a couple of wonderful books that are there, and you'll find out all the information about Hezekiah's friends. Yes. And if you want to know more about autism, she definitely is the person to see, or you can reach out here to 100 Shades of Disability, 616-954-5148. and all of the places that we are on social media. All right. Thank you so much for tuning in. Until tomorrow, if you're able to get vaccinated, please get vaccinated and don't forget to mask up.